Autoloading 8, also known as the Remington Model 8, was an American semi-automatic rifle designed by John Moses Browning during the early 1900s. The Model 8 wasn't the first of its kind, but it still makes the list of the early semi-automatic rifles. First produced in 1906 as the Autoloading 8, the rifle was offered in 4 different variants: the .25 caliber, the .3 caliber, the .32 caliber, and the .35 caliber. Remington advertised their version of the rifle, renamed the Model 8 in 1911, as a sporting rifle. The weapon was never picked up by any military service, but the Belgian firearms manufacturer FN both assembled and sold their examples of the Model 8 in Europe prior to World War I. This led to a possibility of some rifles reaching the trenches in the hands of either side. After 30 years of production, starting in 1906 and ending in 1936, around 100,000 copies of the Model 8 and its variants had been sold. There was now time for a replacement, and the next instalment in the series would become the Model 81, which would further extend the production of the series to the year 1950. The Autoloading 8 is a very fast-firing semi-automatic rifle with 3 separate variants. With a fire rate of 360 RPM, it's the fastest firing option within the medic class, and depending on what loadout you choose, it's arguably the best weapon in the game. Let's start with the Autoloading 8.35 Factory. This variant is my favourite, and after practicing my aim and adjusting my playstyle accordingly, something we'll get onto later, I found a lot of success. The Factory has a 3-bullet kill up to ranges of 47 meters. That in itself is a fantastic statistic and is clearly noticeable when using this weapon, but you are also penalised for that power. With a measly 5 rounds before you are required to reload, the importance of hitting your first shot has never been more apparent. When engaging a stationary target, you will completely annihilate them, and an accurate player will have absolutely no issue taking down a moving target as well. After 47 meters, the bullets to kill will rise to 4, and with the limited rounds it does make taking on multiple enemies a harder task. The Marksman variant offers a scope that enables longer range engagements, and an improved stationary ADS spread means targets at further distances will be easier to hit. In my opinion, I prefer the Factory and would then consider a different medic weapon for the longer range playstyle. However, the Marksman still has a 3-bullet kill up to 47 meters, which is again very strong. The final option is the Autoloading Extended. This has a 15+1 detachable magazine but a much weaker bullet. In addition to this, there is a lower vertical recoil, which is good considering you'll be firing more rounds at targets. The weapon is a 3 to 5 bullet kill, but overall is designed for closer engagement, and this is compounded by the bullet to kill dropping to 4 at 17 meters and then to 5 past 28 meters. With a 2.1 to 2.5 second reload, it's a faster gun than the other 2 variants, but I just can't get away from the power of the Factory. When it comes to strategy in the medic class, it's about 2 things: keeping yourself alive and keeping your teammates in the game. As with previous Battlefield titles, we can see small med packs and the big med boxes available for the medic. The packs are better for the aggressive medic player, whilst the boxes are suitable for someone who is more conservative. When it comes to the Autoloading 8 Factory, the gun I use most, I prefer to use the med packs, and this allows me to be fairly aggressive whilst healing myself on the move and helping out the odd teammate I come across. Of course I use the syringe to revive fallen comrades, but primarily I run the medic class as an offensive loadout, with the revives just being an added bonus to the team. A great strategy for this weapon is to drop a med pack right before you think there will be an engagement. This way you'll start healing at the closest possible point to losing health, and it gives you the edge. One thing you shouldn't do, however, is start throwing med packs when you are shooting. In that case, concentrate on hitting the target, but if you are sure there is someone around the corner, drop a pack, peek, retreat, heal, reload, and so on. This especially makes sense seeming as though you will be reloading a lot with only a 5-bullet magazine. Going for headshots is also recommended due to the low round capacity, however I prefer to hit 3 body shots and ensure that I hit my target instead of missing a few headshots. Play to your strengths and this gun will reward you. As for closer quarter engagements, this gun is fairly competitive, however faster firing weapons, shotguns and the recently buffed support gun will give you a hard time. It's essential therefore to remain tactical and make use of any grenades you have handy. I personally run with gas grenades, but this is completely up to you. Another tactic that you can definitely employ with this weapon and several others in the medic class is do not strafe when you shoot. If you are wanting to hit your shot, standing still, ADSing and shooting is far more accurate, and if you were to strafe a little bit to dodge bullets, then stand still and shoot, and then strafe again, it's far more beneficial for your aim and far more effective at taking down a target. The Autoloading 8 is a great weapon for the medic to use, and for me is the best in class. Its 3-bullet kill is fantastic, and if you adapt your playstyle to allow for the factory variant 5-bullet magazine, I'd highly recommend it. This has been Arts and Hornadell bringing you weapon reviews. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode.